Okay, there's been a number of questions on the forum as to how to remove these broken rubber isolator mounts off of the intake right here. They're also used on the coolant bridge in a lot of places. I've seen numerous different replies as to how to remove them, but the easiest way is just to take a punch like this and put it onto there, make a nice good dent, and then turn the chisel to a slight angle and just give it a few good whacks. And you can already see that it's turning, and once you kind of get it broken free, they just spin right out super easy. And that is the easiest way to remove a broken rubber isolation mount off of any vehicle, so long as you can get a punch into it. Okay, so removing the head bolts on the 928 engine, or the head studs I should say, on the 928 engine, you can see how I have the torch positioned on the upper bolts. It's heating up the block at the base where the threads of the stud are in the block to loosen up the Loctite. Once it gets warm enough, you'll be able to easily turn the bolt, and you kind of want to wiggle it back and forth a bit until it frees up, and that'll just loosen up the factory Loctite. And then you just keep going, wiggle her back and forth, and all that I've got on the top of this is a couple of the factory head nuts that were taken off with the head, and I just have put them together and tightened them so that way they hold enough pressure, but you want to get it hot enough so that it breaks the Loctite free. Don't try and fight it. Don't try and put a whole pile of torque on it. Just get it nice and hot and they will come free nice and easily every single time. Okay, once you have all of the head studs pulled out of the engine, as you can see that I do here, you want to take one of the older head studs, or one of the old head studs, preferably from a bottom hole, because it's not going to be covered in corrosion like the upper ones, especially on a 16 valve engine. And you can see that I have cut 2 notches into it, kind of at a bit of an angle, hard for it to get it to focus 100%, but there's 2 grooves cut into it. This works like a thread chase. So what you want to do is, once you've got all the studs out, you want to turn the engine if at all possible so that the holes are basically straight down, and then you want to run this in and out of the threads a couple of times per cylinder until they're 100% clean. That will clean out all of the original Loctite, any debris, any shit that's been in there for years and years and years. And you just want to blast it out with compressed air as you're doing this, and each time you run it in, pull it all the way out, clean out the grooves, and then run it back in again until the hole is clean. This will make the installation of the new studs a lot easier. Now, when you do put the new studs into this engine, you do not need to put Loctite in here like the factory did. There's absolutely no necessity for it. Just put the head studs in dry, put them to about the same height as the original units. Make sure that they're all level the same way across so that you got the same depth on each one, and then you can put the head on, you can torque her down, the stud's not going to move, it's going to be fine, and you don't have to worry about that. So I hope this helps with the extraction of the bolts, and as to how to do this on the 16 valve engines, or any engine really that uses a head stud. Thanks for watching. Bye.